opportunity for welcoming all to the Voice of Sierra Leone, Voice of Salone Television Network, VOS. As we they say, we there for touch on hot button issues. We there for help how we country will go before. We there for put we concerns them, lay them out so other people them go able for look them in an objective manner. Today, not a different day. Me, Nalansana Sako, the host of The Healing Truth, and I get me co-host Naya, Honorary Professor Kutubu Kuroma, and later on we will be joined by a distinguished lady by the name of Kadi Johnson Cole from England. But for now, engage in some things them way they take care of. Right after that, they will join we and INSEF will come for engage in this important topic where they affect we country. My fellow Sierra Leoneans, as soon as see the title, meet social media warmongers and catalyst of tribal war in Sierra Leone, and make a breakdown the downfall now. The social media warmongers, now people them way they beat the drum for plaba, people the way they beat the drum for war, but then they use the social media way now available to we all, or for most people them, at a click of a button, your message they go all around the world. So before you they wait stay if you get chance for go SLBS or for later you read your voice na SLBS. And I'm sure una go agree with me 20 years back, your voice, nobody not going to hear your voice around the world. Nobody not going to hear your voice na SLBS or any television station na Sierra Leone, except if you go do bad thing way exceptional or you do good thing way exceptional. Now that go make you sit on na television na Sierra Leone or any other country apart from that matter. So today you get your television na your hand, you get your radio na your hand. All what you need for do now for just pull and no more you talk, you send them. The world they hear it. And instead of some of them use them in the best way possible for develop the human capital or for make we concerns them, people then understand them and come and rescue we they use them for divide each other. Not to everybody, majority, make us say them again, majority of Sierra Leoneans, they use social media the right way. They use social media the way social media is to be used. That is for the benefit of mankind, for the benefit of Sierra Leoneans, for less Sierra Leonean better, for less Sierra Leone better. But few of we don't come, we don't seize the opportunity because we want in at the limelight, we want popular, we want any side way we go lay crowd together behind we they go the raw, the worst, the most outrageous, the most despicable thing. Now then we they say na social media because now that na in go draw people their attention to we. When there is no substance, na nonsense, na in they feel the vacuum. And now that some of we brothers and we sisters then don't understand. Now that then don't use now against with people them, but then they hide behind their fingers, say that they try for help with people them, but then they cause plenty damages. And we self don't see most of the atrocities them where they go on now in country. You know, if na by chroma day, we go point with finger pan by chroma. Yes, the buck stops there. Now in na the CEO. Now, Amada Bio day, if something happen, Amada Bio with a point with finger pan. Yes, now in na the CEO for provide security for the people of Sierra Leone. But ladies and gentlemen, is it fair for law we always they look at the top and we plenty pass the executive branch? We know they do we own part for keep the peace. Is it fair? Or when we they do them things there, we they miss the sides the way we for tackle for law we stop this problem here, or we they give them people a free ride for make them bask in their fame because then get few people left where they gravitate towards them because of waiting that they do. And ladies and gentlemen, is it fair for say on both sides, APC, SLPP, you have people that win at the elite, where they gain because of the misbehaviors of these people at the expense of the ordinary Sierra Leonean where not get job, where not land trade, where they die. Like waiting happen na Makeni, waiting happen na Tumbu, waiting happen na Lausanne. Is it fair? Follow we left them, let people then with the clap for them. Is it fair for let them same people here come, where don't incite this violence, then make audio the next day or the day where them bury the people, the way they help them participate, them became catalysts for let them kill. Then go make audio for tell the people of Makeni, thank you, we brothers them and we sisters them, we mama their way they go through the pain because them picking and don't die. We mama their way then they go continue, with papa their way they continue for feel that pain because every day when they grab na money, they know they hear that picking voice na pala. Every day when they grab na money, they know they hear when they hala or direct that picking for let it go do this, let it go do that. If na picking in the way they go sell na market, if they add to the family income way die pan them picking and they know they no more. That na minus. That family they income. Way better not in the country because we all live in abject poverty. Is it fair for the people them? We talk, so let them go to them places, then let them go challenge government. Is it fair for let them go left audio? They tell the people of Makeni thank you. Waiting and they tell them thank you. For where them go bear, for where the picking and die, for whose cause where them die. For whose cause where them die. So today we get plenty things for discuss, and we not they leave any stone unturned. We not afraid. We not they fear. We not they succumb to any bully. Mami cause now we you mama de yeri now that mami cause value to me. Mami cause no value to me because I know say all the one the way they cause mami cause because somebody disagree with them or for make them draw attention. Ladies and gentlemen, then self them mama them. They not go like for yeri them picking and they cause mami cause because no mami not in a Sierra Leone. When picking go cause na money in graph it cause mami cause. It not beat am. It they beat am because you know why? It know for say that not a good character trait. That not a good name for the family. That na a blemish on the family. And with me, your mama, not go want lack cause mami cause. The one day way they cause mami cause, then self the mama, any side with them, if then they alive, or if they're not they alive, then go disapprove of the mami cause them, where them people are the cause just because somebody disagree with them, just because somebody advise them. So once the mama then disagree with them, then that means say let 1 million mami cause come to Lansana Asako, but I not go stand by. I not say what I supposed for say. Let Sierra Leoneans then die na Makeni, let them die na Bo, let them die na Putloko, let them die na Tumbu, let them die na Fadugu. I will not stand for that. I prefer for take the 1,000 or 1 million mamikos and not they shake me and not they do me nothing. I prefer for take the cartoon, the lies or anything and not they shake me and not go do anything. As long as that bobo or that girl na Makeni, nothing not touching, but the one drop of blood not come out because of waiting I say, because on sense can in aid, I am fine with it. I will guarantee you say, God go bless me. Me mama self way cause. He go tell you say me pikile God bless you for where you allow let them cause me for let one person in life sake. I guarantee you that. So if you're not ready, una go on with the mami cause. Not much further ado. Make I introduce me dear brother when Mr. Kutubu Kuruma, honorary professor, Mr. Kutubu Kuruma. Una all sabi Mr. Kutubu Kuruma. Wait to make a come with Mr. Kutubu Kuruma. Himself not the bite in tongue. Not at all. He not the bite in tongue. When he ready, he tell you in heart, he tell you in mind. Myself not go bite me tongue. Am I correct at all times? No. I they make mistakes? Yes. I go report something way not right because I get it wrong? Yes. But when you look, you will see say 99% of the time with the reports naya in the interest of the country. And that I know Mr. Kutubu for. And not get any malicious thinking for anybody. If you can SLPP, it go blast them. It can APC, it go blast them. It can NGC, it go blast them. Now that position they elect about them, and I make subject matter like this. I like for bring somebody way open-minded, way go be fair to the people of Sierra Leone. So Mr. Kutubu Kuruma, without much further ado, do you say hello to we people?
Well, thank you for the invitation for that journey today, the discussion also. And the hope is that we will make a very lively, very interesting, very informative, and then, like you correctly lay out the template, we on job, we know they are for coming as judgment on people, and not we on job them. We on job now for can call the issues them as we see them, the one them way actually where they precipitate the crime system. We on job to be very honest and call out the catalyst them what they behind them and the enablers them through silence, no condemnation. We don't seem to be a way of life. So by God's power, we go exhaust this discussion today. Thank you very much for the invitation, and back to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kutubu Kuruma. Ladies and gentlemen, Unado Yeri from the Honorary Professor, Dr. Kutubu Kuruma. Dr. Kutubu, my brother, we don't see waiting they go on at Sierra Leone, and waiting make you get much more wisdom than many of we where they come on social media, because you get the facts of history. You know the history from the beginning to the end, and anytime where you start for layout history or narrate the story of Sierra Leone, you they show, say you get control over that issue there, you they give important and facts about we country, whether not about the country itself, whether not about person itself. You don't be in series of disagreements now with country, and you don't see many presidents from the very first president. I don't know if you've been there where my guy been there, but I know say we all been there where Shaka Steven them in there, Tijan Kaba them, Momo them, all these people that will come. So you get plenty history. Therefore, I want today for tap inside that knowledge day, for low we strive for see how we go able for talk to with people them, but especially we youths them. We're not the largest population in our country and not the future of tomorrow. At any time in your memory, you don't see politics so toxic, so volatile as this at any time. Sierra Leone.
For a question, what's in Agualo by, like you correctly said, the listeners and say, me like for always talk, things into the lenses of politics. What you see so they happen, now you call a climax of series of political unrest, and what you do with the reverse course. Just prior to independence, April 27, 1961, just prior to that, we see where the opposition gather people them. We see almost the mayhem when they began cause at the country. And they intend for wreak havoc on independence. Then waiting me for take place April 27, 1961. And we also intend for kidnap the sovereign representative of Britain and the Duke of Kent. There was also this plan for disrupt electricity flow and water flow. But knowing that in the 1961, what they talk about that, so Mitimaga was very fortunate enough, he may work with people that made it along. Meaning that you may get with administrators, the judicial system, you may get a lot of white people in it. In fact, I know one or two white judges with me being a Salone, somebody like Justice Atodobs. Now, white people there. So, when you cause trouble, when get in a court, the law will take a cause without any interference from the from the political operatives them. Like I say,
and now what you they say? What you they say now because with man them in day at that time, now that make the interference not in the way then go avert justice?
Precisely, because for example,
okay.
Precisely, more even say the army commander by then I be Whitman, Brigadier Blackie, I be Whitman.
Sierra Leone Army Commander by then, 1970 something.
No, well, no, me they go back, me they take her, I go back each day, I come back. I they take her from 61 there, I work.
Right, I wonder you make it clear whose time where the Army Commander been doing at Sierra Leone, or when the justice been they go, whether not because now with man them in day we no corruption, no they as how it pervasive now in our country.
Yes, now it started the talk also. From well, as much I don't even stretch and back. No, go back from where they hold the first general election, May 1957. May 1957, when at the first general election in Salone, the white people they mean are around they mean at the elections office, that they conduct the elections. They were everywhere. They were the administrators. A good number of them were the permanent secretaries. They were this, they were that. Even like I mean, talk. The army commander there, na be a white man, Brigadier Blackie, na be a white man. The commissioner of police also na be white man, Commissioner Killing, na be a white man also. So, such time when you commit any offense, obviously they deal with you according to the law, because the people who be sitting on a court, people like Justice Atodobs, the way we did it, you know, okay, bribe Goyana is out of the question. I don't know if you hear a name when they call Kandapa. I don't know if you ever hear a name like that. Oh, you never hear somebody when they call Kandapa. Okay. These are white people who have been in at the court system. So
Justice Dobb na been white man,
oh, yeah,
Kandapa na been white man.
Yes, from Britain. They all come on a Britain.
So basically, what they say, when you wait man and they control with judicial system, when anybody, when a Sierra Leonean or anybody for that matter will do something, no chance, no day for bribery. Justice will be served the way it's supposed to go according to the letter of the law. Now that's you they say.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Now you compare unto now, and you go and say this now one of the problems now we country. We know say na problem today. Wait till you go compare unto. If you see you don't lay out them people there, me not be ever no say the Brigadier Blackie, you call him say na being waitman, the justice na being waitman.
Yeah,
some of the civil servants them na be waitman them.
Oh, yeah.
And not be know that. And not say 1, 2, 3 colonial masters them in there.
Yeah, you may get somebody like Commissioner Page, you may get Eric Fisher, you may get all of them people. Them people the way they call provincial secretary them. Now be white people them. Even the forest industry said that be white man be did it. And Mr. Price, now white man be did it. So that all of them places will be there. So that make corruption. I must tell you, corruption, even if it be minimal, because now the white people that have been in charge of most of them places they can say the police, the army, even the civil service. Now this bad governance, this little corruption I want to talk about, it begin to come into focus small. When the white people they begin go, for example, finally the white people they left because the Brigadier Blackie left 1964, and that also went for Commissioner Killing. So now they begin bring the black people in there. 1964, now they bring Lansana as army commander. 64. Same time, now they bring William Lee as the commissioner of police. He replaced Commissioner Killing. He replaced him. And the civil service, they begin to turn over. Then the black people, they begin to step up. Small. They become administrative officers. See, you know, some of the rights for the permanent secretary. But even that, there was strict code where they will go back, because that is with civil service. Now, a pattern over which they may get a written. Now, the same thing the British are now make you get what a permanent secretary. They what they need from written a problem. They are the only thing about them they call a permanent under secretary, that's what they call them. Mostly the professional head of the ministries. We not them. Now the father injects some things like that. You see this talk when they talk, say this commission of inquiry will come, where people they complain, say, well, wait a minute, where are the permanent secretaries? Why they not call them? Those who are making a call and why they not call permanent secretaries, they are very right. They're very right. There is no way where a minister will be corrupt. I get for be very honest with you. Having looked at the structure of the civil service, when we get first-hand knowledge of it, there is no way where a minister will be corrupt without the permanent secretary. The real corrupt people in that Salone are the permanent secretary. For example, you get what they call LPO. I don't know if you know what I mean, LPO. LPO means local purchase order, LPO. Meaning that the most in the Ministry of Education. So now you are the authorized, the permanent secretary, and the authorizing officer. Now in the side, most of them say you can't go to the minister no more. Because then are the political, but the minister are just a political.
Right. Now, I wonder we tie that to this situation, this current situation where they can now. You don't lay out how things been they go at that time. And I'm sure you go say Sierra Leone been peaceful because there was equitable distribution of judgment, wealth, people and feel say nobody no trample upon them right. You go agree with me, sir?
Sure.
At that time.
Yes.
You go agree. And you go agree because of that there was peace.
Yeah, the transition, how they talk about. You see, the question way for ask, who stem Salone via, of course. Now there you for ask. Say,
right, now with the candy.
Oh,
right.
Okay, fine.
Now I want to tie this to waiting they go on now because that knowledge where you don't give it now, then thing and they waiting they go on now, not being there. Because now if you look, you say the permanent secretary them, then they and then be supposed to come at the commissions of inquiry. If not been the wait man then your time, we been they get all them key positions there. I'm sure them for call the permanent secretaries then because now then they control the money and the ministries then, right? So, but this time they not call them, and the other side they say foul, and these are Sierra Leoneans, then deserve justice. The other side they say now we no more wanna call, we not call this other side. But also, low we come first, Mr. Kutubu, political divide been there, but you don't see them to a point where people and they use now the name of tribes instead of for go they campaign for SLPP. Now you they see SLPP, no they say no more SLPP, they say Timini. You they see APC, no they say no more this SLPP, they say Mendede. That na tribal connotation. You been they see that one day as much as you they see and now we don't become now say we they go into tribal waiting self way me. Now this is my opinion. I'm afraid say this na warmongering, tribal warmongering. Now in don't begin so to the highest point in my own opinion. When I listen to social media, I listen to people them. If this not say the northerners them, this go say the southerners them. They're not they call again by party name. Although now politics then they say then they fight. Waiting you say what are the dangers here?
Okay, like I say, what you do so you they inch you weigh small to the thing where we ask you for ask. Now they do so. Well, as soon they talk, we go back again. Now back we go. After the general election, May 1957, the first way we want to look, the question where they ask was Salone people that be so conscious, tribally conscious. Me your answer would say no. I can give you the reason why. The government will emerge. I know most of them will emerge. And as they give them the names, they will not say actually there's not so much tribalism or regionalism in it. You take a man like Mahmoud Ahmed, YDCC. Of course, you take him Kande Yunkela in that day. You take H.E.B. John, G. Dixon Thomas, R.J. King, John Nelson Williams, Henry Latro Boston. You take a man like Emile Fashole-Luc, Dr. H.M.S. Boardman.
Yeah.
Now the different angles are the course so the jobs, how the jobs are made. As you see the northern as a name, you also the western as a name. All that the government will emerge, the leaders will come, they say the appointments they get for reflect the national character of the society, meaning that we they give jobs where every part of the country could be represented. For example,
very right. This now they show this way they try for really bring come where
and
this
thing you must ask that question who side when things we are of course because me they give them in this
make her ask them now when them via of course
fine. I don't say me friends him obviously me APC friends and they go come after me, but I try for lay the case in such a way that even if they come after me, then go first use reason. When they look the composition again, for let you know where things go called this tribalism it become so woven in with politics, we therefore look at appointments about appointment immediately. Because now only from appointments them, now you will determine say, but why this region here so it's also today now and they can't sit up and they can't defend Albert Bagai. And they defend Albert Bagai, not to personally, I actually didn't meet, I don't meet him. But what they can't defend, and they can't defend what he puts together. He has always been accused of peddling regionalism and tribalism. The people that when they come up with this, then they do it because, again, these are the importance of history. If you know you are not guided by political history, you already make the mistakes in it. For no say Albert Bagai was not a tribalist. What you need for do, take a look at the civil service. That if you know that them they get the top post, if you ever name them, the one that will be working at the civil service, you have to peg them and say this person I mean there, this person I mean there.
But law not name them, law just puts no more how many percentage wise, how many the one that because we say what the name they will take all the time.
Fine.
Law we just let you just tell we how many people them waiting from this tribe, in then Albert Bagai government, and then without no name names.
Okay, fine. If you don't allow them, fine, we'll not name that's right. Because me making effort.
Right, because it will take the time, yeah.
Fine. If you tell them, fine, but I can tell you, I can name the officer. I will tell you who that they hold the office. Without not call the names there.
All right, okay. Well, go for 3 each or 4 each.
Yeah, I don't call them. I'll call the officer. I'll tell you when I didn't carry people in there, I hold them. I can tell you.
Go ahead, sir.
70% of the job of the especially the civil service jobs, we are held by the people of the Western area. Well, Western area means the cool people there. There might be a reason for that. There might be a reason where somehow you're able to see with them. When the missionaries come early, they make use of the education. Like they get exposed to to the the European. The European. In fact, if you observe, they even the ones there only future there for them. They made them in the colony. The colony left future just there for them. And I must say, in the civil service, when they enter the vanguard, when they enter the machinery of government. Because when they talk about government and the civil service, like they talk about, without a civil service, you don't get a government. Without a civil service, there's no government. Because they're not the vanguard, they're not the locomotive, they drive government machinery. I can tell you for sure, 80% of the people them where be holding jobs in the now the people them from Western or local, they close them. The Office of Governor General, the Office of Chief Justice, the Office of Electoral Commissioner, the AMA, even the provincial secretaries are all. Why you say that I don't name them, but I can tell you for sure, all of the chief medical officer, this are they call and that, this are they call that. All of these people, Now, of very late night, the country guys and begin to come close. Now I can name them for help support me argument. People like Mr. Abu Karim, Abu Karim. People like come here. That my way finally want to be secretary to the president and head of the service. So the country people that will be inside the civil service, they will now, you can just about 10 or 15 or 10%. The most of them are 10%. Will be at the higher echelon small. But 80% of the people that we are in color the curiosity at them. Virtually
right.
All
now, Mr. Kutubu, right. Mr. Kutubu, because I want what we do, I want we target we youths them more and the country and the leaders them we get the power for change this. And you don't say the core thing. And me believe say, like what you say, this problem here, where they happen, we don't go now to tribalism, now from with political appointments them. I don't know if you go agree with that, but me believe say, now this problem here, they happen, and then we begin and they go die for nothing because of the actions of people them where we believe say, then competent. Now, I want to ask you a question, sir. What you defined as competency, and then I go ask you a follow-up question. What you define as leader and as competency? Somebody competent enough for be a leader, and this person don't be a leader. What you define that? Then I go ask you a follow-up question. What you make they do this? I want to do in the simplest term, wherein the average Sierra Leonean go understand. Say, we no need for die for this. We need for get sense, and we know waiting for do for solve this problem. So, what do you define as competency and leadership, sir?
Okay. Competence is very simple. Your ability for be able for perform. So you're competent enough for this. I mean, the result will be because of your ability for perform. So you produce positive results. So that competence learning. Now when they go to leader, when a leader, one way he will motivate people there. One way he will influence people there. One way he will work. I mean, do things by example. Yeah, we do things by example, leading by example, all for achieve a positive result. So this time that the leadership is you get in a position where you influence things, where you able to use the prestige of the influence of that your office, the prestige of your office for be able for make sure say people they do things in such a way that where there's a maximum benefit, where the society will benefit from. That kind of leadership, you show leadership. Something happen, you know but above all, you also live by example. Now leadership also then because it don't make any sense a leader the Salone not do this. It is so, but then in the not to leadership than the leader now you know the mirror now you all they go look they look because now you know the mirror now you know the national mirror all they go look this thing.
Right, and I agree with you 100%, Dr. Kutubu, the way you define both. Now, this they bring we come to we fellow Sierra Leoneans them listen well. If leadership now for give direction to you people them, if leadership now for lead by example and competency now for able for manage the affairs of the state, so a way where everybody go feel say they are included, they're part of it, no matter how small or even nothing they're getting in terms of wealth. But they believe say you govern in a way where no Sierra Leonean not look like say in a second-class citizen. You don't give me a narration and historic background, you don't back them up with facts and example. With Albert Magai in appointment, he say 80% na the created. And that one day, person go say, now one side, that one day, what about the other tribe? Then, but me feel say, in those days, now because of education, the created in there at least probably a little bit up in terms of able for hold them functions and they. Not to say the country people are not in there, but the Creoles were at least at an advantage for that. But nowadays, you get the Timiniman land, the Limbaman land, the Fulaman land, the Kuranko, the Kisi, all Sierra Leoneans, you go must find PhD holders, you go must find bachelor's degree holders, master's degree holders, or some kind of technical school certificate holders, or people that we don't learn trade, we able for right. So therefore, there should be no excuse, in my own opinion, for the APC, SLPP, or whoever can have power, whether not independent, for make it only take 80% of the people that will come on your side and put them in government. Like waiting APC, they accuse SLPP now, which is not a lie. It is evident inside the SLPP party. That is just a fact. It is evident inside the SLPP party that the president and in friends, we are called cronies, and in tribesmen or people that will support them, at least now then dominate in government. Now, I want the people to understand. President fit for appoint Uda, he want appoint the most competent, where you believe say go execute the duties the way you they put them for make it do for the people of Sierra Leone. That is true. But leadership come again with reasoning. Leadership come again with feel say, I don't know if you disagree with me, Mr. I go make you kind say, when you did lead a country, me believe say, you for look at the climate, the mood of the country. What are the people saying? What are they accusing you of or past leaders of? And then you use that skill day now, you hone them and make every people happy. Not to everybody go happy, but do what is right by your political appointment. If you look the APC party, 80%, 70%, then being come out from the north. So these two parties, they're all. Now that they go on. Now this thing don't boil past politics now. Now Natimini, Mende, because now that then they call. Although the Limbas, now people away, now the core members them of the APC, but these people, USSF go know say these are people that don't like trouble at all. Anybody tell you say Limbama no lecture for put Limbas no lecture for go into tussle with people them. They like for us to resolve things them the way possible, and then they always, in my opinion, agree with whatever outcome, and even if they not agree, then go do them in a diplomatic behind the scene way for le hala no for them. The one the way Miss Sabina Bo, because them plenty till we get place where they call Kulanda Tambona a melting pot. The highest number of Northerners than Didi, past any other partner Sierra Leone. This is what I know about them. So I know they praise them for anything. And they say waiting and know. And they say waiting and know. And Sierra Leoneans, whether Natimini na Mende, they're all peaceful people. They're all peaceful people. But this politics of division, na indon cause them, and they come out from the highest order. What say you waiting we go do, and what should they stop? So we begin and not go they die, and this sentiment of Mende, any side where somebody they make one sentence, it go say Mende, where they make another sentence, it they say north versus south. Waiting we go do, or waiting we lead us the lack. On both sides, where this they happen, this they continue for mature in a way not good for we.
Thank you. Okay, before I give you the answer to that, I'd like to say how we actually get caught up in this politics of region and politics of ethnic group, because we cannot, offer solutions where we not look at the causative agents. We need to look at the causative agent before we go to the prophylactic measures. How for students here? In 1964, Salone missed a major chance for remain what it was from 1957 to 64. The question of how we missed the chance, the question that here is how we missed the chance. When Sir Milton passed away, the government, like I said, the only way I'm going to participate in this, that through history, the lens of history, now I know what going to guide me. There were 3 people there waiting there for take over from as Prime Minister. And if one of them 3 people then they take over, there's great chance 2 things will happen. Even APC coming out of power, it will be very difficult. Number 1, they will not get tribalism. There are 3 people there. You had MS Mustafa, you had John Carrifer.
Say that again. If APC do waiting, no, I want you to repeat them again.
The thing is, let's put it about this way. The peace, quiet, and tranquility and the inclusiveness will bring from 1957, will hold the first general elections for the parliament.
Yes, sir.
In 1957, we'll hold the first general election. And the government will come take over. Now, I cannot tell you, I tell about people like Mahmoud Ahmed, them, I tell about YDCC, them,
yes,
I tell about IB Taylor Kamari, all that thing. These are all, exactly people. So if that trend will continue from that 1957 to 64, when Sir Milton died, April 1964, when he died, if one of them people there, MS Mustafa, or John Carrifer Smart, or Banjat Yancy, 1 panel 3 people here, if they, and then he take over as Prime Minister, the chance for them will continue with what will start in 1957 will continue 30 days. This is how it will happen. The Northerners now, most say they will bring in either Carrifer Smart or they bring Sanusi Mustafa. Sanusi Mustafa cut across. And one. Carrifer Smart also cut across for both the south, because you get one at the south, as well as the north, you get the color. When Albert take over Wednesday, April 29, 1964, when he take over, the cry will come out, Mede Mango, Mede Man come. So, waiting we good old friend do, he capitalize on that. My friend Shaka Stevens, they capitalize on that. So I think it's not just like minimum, how they call that minimum government. This is where the Northerners they begin left SFPP in droves, they begin left, they join them. So we get a permanent stamp we come. SFPP minimum party. And then that's also there. APC, now we there. But prior to that, like I said, from May 1964, there was something like that. Even within future, SFPP people in the win election. But because of what happened, April 29, Wednesday, April 29, where Albert take over. Now I told the dynamics. So for move the argument forward, now for move the I don't tell you why the break take place. The break take place when one of them guys cannot succeed Samilton, either MS Mustafa or John Carrifer Smart or Baget Yancy. We one of them people. We Albert succeeded. These are people they get who have been supporting this party all along. We they support this party, especially in places like Kwenadugu district. That and SFP because these are the places of the Magadem, SP Magadem. Anyhow you look at SFP get up, but now because of the trajectory of agriculture. So we need for the understanding here how the tribalism and regionalism begin creep into the identity. From that turn on, now the Northerners they break rank with SFPP. They join Stevenson. So a day like today, as soon as you say APC, unfortunately, almost intuitively from Freetown and the north, as soon as you say SFPP Southeast, where it totally unfortunate, it's very uncalled for. Now, the next thing we'll ask now, So where do we go from there? We want to answer the fundamental question. We want to remain like that within a country where pauper, when we come on is pauper and for Sobono, waiting to help Salone one day. They say,
well, law we look now when you don't say pauper, law we look mother bio in government. Law we look mother bio in government.
With the candy. Okay.
Yeah. Just like because not the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Right.
When we don't change the solution out this all problem, because it stands to reason. John and by Kuma, party be dominated by Northern answer. Now, so so there's so no need for waste time on that. Look at your appointment, say your appointment. So what you mean you for the advocate? What's the solution? And that me want to talk about now. Because
all right. Now the solution now because this don't go all the way now. Yes. We youths then don't begin die.
Yes.
First time where you hear say somebody don't die. Now when sometimes students strike say the school fee don't high, books don't cost plenty money. You see government come on a street, a camp for camps make sure say there is security in the country. Now that kind death day whether they all them fire tear gas or this, but now it don't begin worst. Because it don't get tribal connotation. Yes, the parties them from time memorial, like what you don't say, then divided by a region. The south, when you say south, southeast, then say, oh, na mende mandem. When you say north, then say, oh, na timini mandem. In fact, it also divide that the two tribes them, people and don't make them as if they are rivals. Right? Now, outside this come out, now the big one them. Now from the big one them. Now I ask you earlier, competency and leadership. Me your opinion, if since 1959 to now, these people not get them straight for say inclusive government, na go bring peace na the country, for treat everybody na Sierra Leone from every region as equal partner, for share whatever small wealth where Sierra Leone gets. Therefore, when we make political appointments, Lord, we make sure say we bring equal representation our government. Sometimes they not follow the weight man in you all the time. This now one grain white people and they are. Men they know they among them, Timini know they among them. So when they come, Obama will take in people away come out Chicago. Give them key positions. That's what George Bush before Obama did. But now we understand, say, tribal war na the worst war, wherein we actually point out the difference between we said. That's why I'm a political party. Political party then keep fed. But it not go be everyday business. But when you don't put bitterness, you don't show one tribe, say, we go make sure say we mass you, you not grab, you not able to forget the fruit of your labor. Or in fact, we not give you the chance safe for let you till the land, you plant, you seed for make it grow. We go keep you hungry. We marginalize you. Ladies and gentlemen, now war you they provoke and tribal war nasty past any kind of war in the world. And now that we know want na Sierra Leone. And at that, the connotation of that now we don't begin to hear it on social media. Now, having said that, Mr. Kutubu Kuruma, the leaders them, we don't come new direction. We not give nobody break now. When we say new direction, sir, we mean say everything we left, where we take over from, a bad. That direction was the wrong direction to me. Therefore, mean say I don't study waiting at the problem of me people in Sierra Leone. Now I talk about Madabi. I don't study waiting at the problem of me people in Sierra Leone. Madabi, not to old man. He's a young man, not to old man. He understand the political system. He understand the divide. He come people and vote for him. Now, if you come, you look your cabinet and you look your 400 political appointments. You see, say, you 400 political appointments. Majority, when at 80%, 90%, then come out from your own side. You look at your cabinet. Majority come out na you on side. Mr. Kutubu Kroma, if we want low we country go before, we have to speak the truth. We have to speak the truth. Me na the South I come out. As born na the South, a men na the South, I identify with political parties, them APC, SLPP, then in fact, APC office. You sabi bo now. For go by Salah Amigo. Now the APC office been there. Now the APC office been there. Kisito Road. Now we road. Now the APC office been there. So if Madabio don't see all these things, it won't let this country go before. Why do you think it not include equal proportion of the Northerners and Easterners, Westerners, Mende, Timini, Limba, Loko, put them for sure the people of Sierra Leone say this is a new direction. And so you feel say if you don't do that one day, I know they give excuse for say this should be a cause for the unrest. No, I know they give excuse. But you feel say we for don't be in a better place where we go attract investors, or whether it been do that or not, we still not for peaceful. So what say you, sir?
Thank you. Again, like I say, we all job for look for solution. I don't know how to talk. I can come back with the argument and say, well, hey, guess what? Now the trend is so they will not set down. When this person kind of people they know where they come with in travel the people there. But what you me they encourage you for all, they will move away from that. So, like how they are trying to say, the solution they look for. Now, when the solution, waiting go be something where they say APC elect one man for let be the presidential candidate. And we say SLPP pick one man from the north, one TD man for let he lead the party now in the presidential election. Because the words here say one country, one people. Just like we Mediman and say na part of Salone, now so team the man and say na part of Salone. So now there is one country, one people. Then they start first in leadership.
Well, you want to tell me say Madab you not get a chance there for do that when he don't win election. Now in the sole man we go able for pick. Now that make us say the man a young man, not an old man. The man know the political tension. He don't serve governments them where he did as a military. He know why make them overthrow Momo because of lack of resources, goods and services where they. Why he not create the condition for law we able to get goods and services, because you cannot have people come and invest in your country in chaos. It's impossible. Waiting, why you feel say he not able to do that?
All right.
You call that competency.
That's not the issue. The issue is
so the act was willful.
Yeah, the issue is we are not allow EV. No, not say if we talk
no, we get Mr. Kutubu. I want to we debate them because me, I know they like you. I don't like the way me country they right now. I know like it. And that make us say I know they hide them for nobody. I just don't like it. I don't like the fact. I don't like when my brother then they die na McKinney. I don't like when my sister then they die na McKinney. I don't like when them in die na Kabbalah when and Eskroma been there. I don't like when them die 1977. I don't like it. I think we forgive them chance for live their life and full potential. We know for create the environment by the way where we the administer we own kind of government or the way where we the rule. We're not to that the people and choose we for, and we cause death and destructions to we people because we the encourage them. From there we go come to the social media pundits. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, you be follow Nigeria politics from 62 to 64. You be follow 62.
With Nigeria.
Yes,
Nigeria. Yes, I mean a history student and government student. I understand. With them they overthrow one after the other, almost every other year. Yes, sir.
Because they say that okay, no left Nigeria out of this for now.
Yeah.
Now, you understand? They tell you, Salone will take a step forward from the boulevard of progress to the avenue of success where one day we hear it, they say, guess what? You see this election where they come? Anyhow you look at it, trust me, the APC candidates for this election where they come 2023, now one man will come on at Tikonko, now he will lead the APC. Vice versa, the SLPP, now one man will come on na Matotuka, or one man will come out na Kamabai. Now he will lead, SLPP in the presidential camp. Look, get a dichotomy first.
Right.
Because they say, the parties they say, one country, one people, now all get this country and now get that. So waiting pernicious about a northerner leading a party to supposedly people say that South is a as a matter of fact, you get even. I can tell you for sure, SLPP in origin is more associated with northerners them because the past.
Of course, I know that history. Yes.
It's my guy, and the friendship where he make me work as a doctor. Don't forget, you know, make I say place like I call him Kwenadugu. He was almost like in a born of Kwenadugu because you were there with some. This probably they get so today, like I tell you, I may argue the dates. Salone via office course Wednesday, April 29, 1964. Now we miss Naya. The appointment of
right. Naya they say now, Mr. Kutubu, I know they argue on that. All our history you in are true. Waiting me they say now. Madabio by Chroma, then old enough for let them change that narrative from 1964 to the time where by Chroma come Ifa. From 1964 to the time where Madabio come, Madabio in fact don't get more time for learn more. For say waiting at the problem of we country. Why we go elect people them we not even understand the problem of the country for let them able for solve the economic woes where the country they in. How can that be possible? It's not.
You will only solve the economy of the problem. The way for agree say, you know what? We went in and not to get the monopoly over everything. The other guys say and I say, let's get something where they go to contribute to the task of when the nation building. We get for agree for incorporate and we also get people there, okay?
But now from where they come out? Now from where they come out? The leadership.
Of course,
leadership, when you able reach out to high.
Yeah, obviously.
Very good.
Now the leader there, okay? We get
on both sides.
Yeah,
on both sides. APC, SLP.
People they mix up things. Then they mix elections and governance. Elections say you need people there for get into office. But immediately after election, the big task where they now governance. Governance and election are two different things. Totally, they are they
right.
cannot be South Pole.
Right.
Once you don't get
right.
elected, they move from elections. They will now go to governance because remember this: governance therefore be done in harmony with the legitimate aspirations of the citizens. There. Therefore, they can even ask people for the
actions. Right, governance. Whoever
people there.
Right, Mr. Kutubu, whoever the lead as president, low say in we country, whether na by Kroma, whether na Lansana Sako, whether na Madabio, whoever the lead, you get for make sure say it reflect the people of that country, enough for reflect the region of the country. Because if you take a region out of a country, now plenty they left, then that means you don't cause trouble in the country. This now the two, all of them, both of them are very, 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 very guilty of that. Because if you hear say, wait by Madabio come, say they don't fire all the Northerners then in the first place, how the Northerners then only they occupy that position. Now because somebody come, they selectively choose the Northerners then. So this they do them, this they do them. But me being the hope say, when Madabio don't come, those things don't happen anymore. They don't continue. If we say new direction, let's bury the hatchet. Let's not go back. Let's just go forward, move forward for Sierra Leone great. But now again, another thing. Now we jump to another side. We get now the government wherein there's disruption. Why? Because it emanates from all this 1964 where you don't say. Where they don't plant this seed of division. Wherein one party identified to another section of the country, another party identified to another section of the country. So now where this come, when he pull this one, other than plenty in that section, they not needed. When he pull this one, other than plenty in that section, they if income, if the other one come, now the South, now the Mendes, and the other ones them, but then plenty in that section. So it don't become tribal. It's almost like not to the ideology of that person they were in another party you make you not take them, but now because of the tribe within the associated with. Therefore, we don't get social media pundits there now. Where they can show. Mami cost not the way they not the cost. In kind not the. And each one of them, you know, they ever hearing, and if they mention SLPP, now want them. If they mention APC, now want them. Every other sentence, then mended them, then northern as them, then Timini them, then south, then northern as them. I mean, then mended them, then southern as them, then Timini them, then northern as them, then Limba them. That's all you they read, and they put we one against the other. And that bring me come to waiting. It bring me come this sensitive issue where I don't talk about. Everybody get right, no agree with me or not. But me, they do from me and me God and Anabi, not to for anything. Not for any gain. If not for gain, I'm not going to talk with you at the talk so. Because everybody want for gain, people let them vote for you. But sometimes in the truth, it hurts you, they lost when you talk the truth. The death way happen na Makeni. Waiting you go say about that death na Makeni. What you go say? You go say, we get political, social media opponents. We send audios out for defy law, for disagree with government decision for say, then they go take generators, where taxpayers then pay for. But these people then send them. Now, waiting at the government in your blame, in your own side, and waiting at the role where them people are play, the pundits them. I know they call their name, they sabi themselves. Waiting at then your role for let them boy go die in that place.
Thank you. Remember, the powder keg. You want to quickly talk about chemistry in the powder keg.
I say waiting.
You want to quick chemistry, they talk about the only powder keg,
yes,
powder keg, KG, powder keg. We always responsible for violence somebody to a match normal. Okay.
Right.
The state of yes, you don't talk about McKinney, you don't talk about that. But what you want to me want to talk about in generality.
Right. Well, the most recent example,
obviously,
we regional connotation, the inside tribal connotation, that make a
just remember the way the politics only now, anyhow, is always going to be north versus southeast. Mainly versus and this anyhow you do it now that the politics is now anyhow look up. More assume say like way they go to that place they McKinney for go bring that generator. Which happen, they don't go take with property, they don't bring that. They would then people had a government that didn't need to all of them. You see, waiting with political leaders from across the aisle. This is not to just one party no more, but SLPP, APC, every political organization, they need to understand, say, the only thing we will get, now that's what they call green, white, and blue. Okay. I can give you an example why, for to say, all the time they happen, you know, say, when a man not go back when the rebel war become, I want to let you tell me if the rebel war be identified, anyone group say, no, that they group, that they people will go for, you know, violate the human rights. I want to really tell me something like that. Or the rebel war, everybody became a victim of it. Because an officer that just one side of, oh, well, just go deal with the people they hand out. Everybody became a victim of the rebel war. Everybody became a victim of the Ebola. Everybody became a victim of the mudslide, and everybody became a victim of
right. If war come now, we all the suffer. Mandate in Limba local, not the choose.
Exactly, we are.
Right. Everybody did.
Exactly. You get two responsibilities in there. You when they agitate the thing, or you when they say, oh, now go do this, now go do this, now go do this. Now, okay. The question where they ask the person, okay, we say go do this. When you send the people in my house, we say let them go do this. Then what happen at McKinney so? What happen at Tombo? What happen at that place that the chief in place? You ask, is this worth it? Because in the final analysis, remember, The one that way go there now will do that. They not all they don't die. They don't have pain and hole in the hearts of the people there because then they do the politician they bidding. I can give you another example. There's a guy what they call Cornelius Devo or something like Cornelius Devo. I think that be either PRO or
Cornelius Devo.
He get that about them. So let them go do this. When push camp up, so what you do in run, I will go sit on that Guinea. The poor body that they left suffer. That they become yeah,
Mr. I not cut you off. This party are important for we youths them, and I not cut you off. This side where you don't touch so. When I do a routine professor say, when them tea come, them people here they relax comfortably in their houses them. Air conditioner they blow them. They're not they nowhere near Sierra Leone. The most popular one them. They sabi themselves. One thing but are the vex. Then they did outside and they we brothers then they go die. When them bobo then die in Makeni, none of them people are not been there anywhere near the shores of Sierra Leone. When them people are them chap themselves na Lonsal, none of them. That bobo will wound. If you see the cutlass mark in people and some tenself for let them get breakfast in the morning, they not get. I want let them come right, let them listen today. Now, how much money them people are send una for loan buy kasanke for una picking the loan burden. I want una listen today. Una the youths them una pay attention. Do ya at the big. After the audio for say Pantimini and Creole, I get the audio, but I know they play them because as professor say, low not give them that platform day. Yeah. I get all to them audios them. Low no, now that make another play them. But make I say to una the youths them and the mommy and papa the way they watch this. When them Pikia die na Makeni, how many of them send Kasanke money? When one the way don't go prison, 51 of the way them go lock up, bunch them like how we prison them bad. So inside this kind of coronavirus where America self, they're not the jail people them for small crime, they're not the lock them up, them free them because they don't want the coronavirus catch them. But them people are then go so then they at risk. I want let them tell me, them people are where they on social media, where they send we picking them. Now, how many of them don't send money for take lawyer for them picking their app? Now, how many of them team up? Then 1 grain, not to contribution, no, not to contribution. Then 1 grain, then your money, say them 50 picking their or then 3 picking their app. Are they take lawyer for them? Are they make sure say them bail them come on? Now, law we come up and one, the one they way wound, like I say, some of we mama they will papa them, the country pool. All man they cry say the ground dry. Now another burden that one day for buy medicine for them picking the day. How many of them why are they send money for loan and buy caffeinol for them picking the air? Because then they in pain. I go guarantee you say none. The next day, then come out, waiting and do, then cost mommy cost. Nine and do the next day. Then cost mommy cost again for say blame again. The waiting everybody go blame that not the government, whether not been by Kroma, been the older, then blame the government, but then shift the blame away from themselves. Way if you look, you go yeri way then they tell Pekin and say, Una go yanda Pantimini and Creole, una no grief, una self team up, then take this, then care and go na mende line. Then care and go na bo. Now then una self now not to Makeni Pekin, not to this, not to that. And then inject Bo and South inside deliberately, mama and papa them. Then know if them people there will make this audio, they know the time when they go take the generator. They know that then they come for the generator. How they not go know inside the generator they go. They know inside the generator then they go, but then deliberately say Bo because Bo na the South. Then deliberately say Bo because Bo na the Mende line. Then deliberately say Bo because Mother Biona from that side they come out. So they inject tribal and regional politics inside for inflame because tribal disrespect. Now in quick for let somebody react than politics. Now that make them do that. When I go die, Mr. Kutubo, you not go believe. Then same people here, the day where them bury them picking them, you know what they do? They make audio for tell the Makeni people then thank you. To me, now an insult to the intelligence of any Sierra Leonean, now the most unsympathetic people in this and despicable people in this on earth. for send somebody to in death, you come, you make another audio for tell the people them where go bury them, picking them. Thank you for the way we then do the burial, we then showcase the thing, we then magnify them. Now so there's no need for tell them thank you. Now we picking and dynamicking. Now we brother and dynamicking. Now we fellow Sierra Leoneans and dynamicking. This is not a political game. They're not for use them, but what we brothers they will picking it as a political pawn for let them fet them cause them. What do you could say when you read them audio that you can't carry against somebody, they say thank you.
I feel the pain. I see the passion. Two things we I see don't affect Salone. The mindset. Either I know one talk say people they don't get education. The youths the way they allow themselves. Me go and blame them for mindlessness. Mindlessness like without calling any big man in name. Now they talk so. One big man in young picking and in law, they don't leave the country, they don't go in England. Now we made it talk so. Okay.
And don't run away, from the fire side.
Yeah. And then that be a big man at the country. When they see the happen, the one that they are bad them where you express it, but they don't farm with them. They all the oversee. They all the oversee. Not you know the meet self. That about the pastor that Joe Blow where don't clean today waiting for itself, you don't get for it. Now in the Senate. Until the youth they see them now, they young man and woman them. Here the challenge they give them now. If you can't meet me, say Kutubu, you know what? Not go and not go confront them people they need. Fine. The first way they ask them, where you were for you picking away all your family members, where they. We need for not all in here. Because you picking them and all you want sure they not go lead on, then you don't have Buckingham Palace. Now servant they serve them. Then you say let me go out China. Let me go do that. Now I make one of the way I make I tell the youth say or the young people they say, Una until they talk to America and they say Black Lives Matter. Una be talk say we the youth say we life matter. Now that for me, when I use slogan, we the youths, we life matter.
Yeah.
We destiny then our hand. We destiny then our hand.
I agree, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nobody no go and living at the slaughterhouse anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, people they get right for the Muslim. They do have the right.
Yeah, because I will tell you,
when the constitution give them, they get that right.
You know when I listen to them pundits they are on social media. You criticize the people away inside this violence. Oh, yeah. Then people and they don't turn to them God.
Yeah.
Then self they curse you now on platform just because you did try for save lives. Then they try for save party them. Then you get the other SLPP guy. Where I know they call himself in.
I'm not saying
anyway. The other SLPP guy himself come and make some despicable audio where me feel say it not get no place in Sierra Leone at all. You know, now we no more. But people that like that, they're not fit for their among we at all. Them people are they're not fit for exist because waiting to I know they call for anything against them, but then you exist one, they cause death to we youths them. We youths them, they die all over the place. Because soon, not only one portion of people that they die, soon if this thing mature to tribal war, you now follow them people there, then watch them. Lord, we not forget. Hitler now in words them are them powerful. He used nationalism to in your advantage. He inject racism inside because they'll not get tried. And waiting happen. 6 million Jews then go for them, kill them all. 6 million Jews. And that 6 million Jews, I guarantee you say, close to 1 million, the white German, and more than die, apart from the soldier man, just the civilian. So we talk about 8 million people and then die. When they bring Stalin in Russia, Stalin in one grain, he killed 21 million Russians. 21 million Russians. He discriminate against farmers, them, the one that way the poor in the name of industrialization, they go put a place where they call gulag. Now they put all the opponent there, all the one the way hit. Now they carry them go minus zero something. When are the cold now they kill you, now they go work. You agree, you not agree. And then when they see say you don't see them, pull you, put you now together, shoot you to now. 21 million now one man kill. So Sierra Leoneans, we youths, una way they on social media, una they glamorize them people there, even with them mammy cause. First of all, let you know, say, where you they glamorize somebody where they cause mammy cause. And one lay you listen to yourself, let you take you your sense, let you sit down, let you team up near you, mama, or any other person in mama you cause that same mammy cause the way that person they cause. Let you see if the person go bring water, it give you, it tell you, say, hey, me picking, you don't talk something way good. Kala can give you food, let you eat, alequity you say. Let you know that one. If that is not the case, you they on the wrong side of history. If that is not the case, you they promote violence now in country. Yes, now me they tell you now. Everybody get right to that they support, but we all get 5 senses. We know they glamorize, and the only reason where some of una they glamorize them people they are, we don't take over certain groups of people, and then they listen to the anything where they say, oh, you're waiting Jack say today. When say, oh, you don't listen to waiting Jack say today, then go act upon them. The more una they glamorize them people they are, ladies and gentlemen, now the more una they send, we picking them, we brothers them to their death. Now the more una they do them, una not physically say them, una not physically hold them, una put them there, but una the more una they do them. Like when we brother Kutubu, you been see that boy on video. It's so funny. To me, I believe say that man get mental problem. One yellow boy, we hold mic, now so he hold the mic. He act for let them bobo them na Sierra Leone, let them feel say in the inside guerrilla warfare, inside bush. He hold the mic so. First what he begin, they say, yes, I don't feel say the commander in the remain at the field. The bike, the work, the commander in the area. Look at such a behavior. Then he make sure say the background. Now then tall grass them. But this guy they abroad. It they make like, well, commander, they wanna all take una position. Una all take una position. Mother Bio must go. Una all take una. Now, this been the completely say una go to war, we don't begin the war. Would they are right now? That don't tell una the youth say this man not so the one them back way they on social media. You pay them right now, let them go inside fets na salon. They're not go. They're not go. Because they go no say, then go die because of them words them. They go no say, then not target because waiting and they do it wrong. Yes, some section of people and they we go fight for them. But guess what? Them people and they together with them go die together. Why? Because they go die for somebody we not like una country, but able for talk like a Hitler, preach nationalism, say all the right word, and in use party and tribal politics, and then forget to una. So we the big una, we don't tire for see una they die una young, we don't tire for winning the full una. This unrest and not they bring calm economic development now we country now beyond in the pull we. Low we talk to APC SLPP leader Mother Bio. Why you know they come? Why Mother Bio not come? I want to ask you, sir. Why you not come? If you not leader, you put all your pride aside. You come the day where them picking and die na Makeni. You come as a leader. You team up. You talk to the country. The American president and the do only with this one here where they call Donald Trump, and everybody knows it now because in racist. Everybody know that one day. And we not forget them kind of people and they. What you say, in my own opinion, the president if don't address the nation for that death will happen inside McKinney, for allay the fears of the people of Sierra Leone, put confidence and assurance in government, in capability for make sure say things are right. Talk to the people them and the parents of those people. What do you say, sir?
Thank you again. Me no problem with the President Bio's. President Bio failed for realizing he accountable to the nation. He failed. Now that is problem number one. He failed for realizing he accountable to the nation. And the way you be accountable to the nation, you got to talk to the people then. You got to meet the people then. From time to time. We not been expecting at a time like this, even in the midst of fighting Corona, President Bill will come out to the country. If you get this time that you hand, every now and then you dey up the ear again at other people in the country. How about the one that will elect you? Waiting wrong if once on a while, weeks on weekends, Shaka Stevens might be a earning, but now one thing if he implement, he get what you call meet the people talk. So weekend and make your gap, we go yonder. Shaka Stevens visit every part of the country. So they say he didn't build a hall for people in Kailan. He did that. He might be one because people them you get forgiven their own credit. President Bill he spend more time outside the country. Admit say people their affairs, you know, than when he did, it's like he did a cocoon where what they call the Berlin Wall. I mean, they only see the country from waiting a small group of people and they tell them that's what they see, which is very wrong. Because remember, if you ask me for the fine leader, very shortly, these are the time that they because there are a lot of things that really happen. Where then they see the president don't need all the president need for do. Just say your hey, I get for holy press conference there. The country they hear from you to press conference where you call the press. You talk to them because when you don't talk to them, that the country don't talk to indirectly, then they ask you questions. But a leader not go there, you know, they talk to the people then, they know they see you. How can leadership be tangled? Now you be on the job. When you be on the job, you've actually went everywhere. You've been going to every also go campaign for the job. Now you don't get the job. Now they suddenly they also they now the enemies they now all this kind of. I'm not going to reconcile the president in Aaron in contradiction. I'm your greatest problem that with the president.
Right. I mean, in the president, every country. I remember, if you know American history, Roosevelt, where Katakata come, where he raised in voice, he allayed the American people their fears. Truman, where Truman during the World War, now the input America upon the World War. When he talked to in army, that he talked to people them, you see even somebody way not to nurse, they all go to the field. The one then where they go to the place they say they make war machine, ordinary citizens then go help because of the word of the president for prepare the country. And America, they where Obama, it can always come. Small thing happen, they go say we are exceptional. Putin take offense to that. He say what in America mean they exceptional. They make a plabber with that, but they say we are exceptional. It boost the morale of the country. It boost the morale of the security forces just by in word. The president in word a pass bazooka, a pass AK-47, a go able for quell any kind of trouble and avert danger na a country. So do your President Bill. We they expect you for take the lead because you not the leader. Anytime when something happen, pride, ego, not the work inside leadership. No. Leader na the dirty box. Now then they can't throw away all things that any leader for understand. You forget the temperament for come and talk to you people. Now, President Bill, when them people I really feel disappointed. One no hear from him at all. I think say that help more. Let some people and feel say they not care. Of course, even if they say the president, yeah. Now, so some people and go whether he care now or not, in no show him because he get the ability. God give him the life for let's show people and say I care about you, and that's one way to show it. Now, Lord come up and President Bill. Lord, we come to this pundits they are now, and it's by Kromano to president anymore. Now a head of an organization, and this organization now a political party, now one of the largest political parties, the two major one them. Now we country we've been in a power and I'm in the head. In the leader, we they read them pundits here, they veer towards that party. When they incite violence, crime occur, you go read the name of that party day. Like say now for the party that they fed. Now, one of them say, in not to APC at all. That is okay. Nobody not go judge them for that. But everything what they say, now the forfeit for APC. And when you attack them on social media, SLPP man not they come after you. Now APC person they come after you. One of the former ministers, when a minister of information, they don't take the bold step, and in my own opinion, they don't take the right step. That now Mohamed Bangura. They don't come, they don't condemn this man. They don't tell APC say, make them distance themselves from this man. Why you think say, Alex by Kroma, not to president anymore? Now a citizen like this particular person here, only that he hold a vital position at the country. Why you feel say Alex Kroma when at the party chairman and not come and say, listen, APC, we there for build this country, for build this nation, we there for good. We know they no anybody will associate himself or cause any trouble and associate or in the name of defending APC. We not support that person. We they tell every youth in this country, make you not listen to the command, advice, or utterances of them people and they're not a part of we at all. You feel say Ernest Kroma for say that or no?
Well, we not going to get to that aspect. We not comment severe blooding. Okay, we might get different opinions about severe. Mr. I get opinion about severe blooding. But severe blooding don't do something where is very unprecedented in scope and in dimension in the political dispensation of the country. Severe blooding not enough. He condemn waiting the less of humans we not even able to apply for get a visa for go out of the country, swim, then they swim, stow go there people in the country. They get the opportunity for the day, they don't even get paper for the day, but the money, but then they use that for incite a problem. But waiting severe blind do, he not only put article, but he said every APC person for put a distance between that whoever they made a statement in the party. Let God bless her for that. That principal position we take. We might yes disagree.
But is she talking as an APC? Is she talking now as an APC or as a civilian? Because if I'm not mistaken, past in fact they don't bring and come back, but they don't excommunicate them from the APC party or discipline them one way or the other. You say nobody don't pull out the APC, but me whether or not he talk about in a capacity. Well, the press release come out.
Well, immediately because I don't hear audio the way come say nobody no go explain. But to me that's all the misnomer. The central team now, severe blood they don't come, they don't denounce the criminal excesses. Excesses where we put the country ablaze. Whereas we not get this from the leader for life, we not hear it neither for the Yansane. No Minkailu Masari, no Anes Baikoma has never. After us, you did not be a president. There is always going to be the aura of the fact that you will not be president. You can still use the prestige of your office. You are the president, Mr. Obama did now. Obama was president. He's not president anymore. But still they use that bulletproof because he was president of the country. Right. They talk to social issues the way they affect people in this country. So we expect the million are right. Exactly. But if it's Sidoyanda, let's see how they happen, they say anything. Come on, sometimes you don't need to go Cambridge University or Oxford or St. Andrews University for put things for conjecture. Say, well, you know what? That man they supported it because they say silence, not acquiescence. When you silent about something, it means you believe in them. Like when see they are blind, they can't condemn also. We know since we are blind and not believe in that thing, you know, like you don't condemn. But if you as former leader and up to now leader that the party will still not give up the party it, then thing they happen there, you don't say anything, you don't say, oh no. Yes, we want come back to power, but when they come back to power through the validity of the sanctity of the ballot box, we not go come into power, say, let them go over to a government. No, we not believe in that.
Yeah, right.
We don't want that. No,
because
we are through elections that with the camp of power. Now they come back talking, we want let people say, yes, we are prepared to come to power, but through the ballot box, not to say let them over to a government.
Exactly. And waiting maker say
are not forthcoming from the man.
Those are the statements that we expect from a leader of a party, where now His Excellency Ernest Kroma, and especially where this year happen na in your town, usai in the reside, na day it happen, and it himself a privy to those audios where certain person them make them put usai clearly. Then they tell them about and say for disobey law and order, for take matters into their own hands, vigilante justice, let them do that. And you don't be president in the country, you don't be the chief enforcer of the law in this country. Once now you are leader of the party, where them people are they do them in the name. One of them say in not to APC, but everybody knows say where you attack and APC people in the attack. One of them they were in fact in say in na APC, the one way clearly not only talk Pampamende, I mean Pantimini, it talk Creole. And it talk he lie deliberately saying about in the Karango. Now Mende line in the Karango. Deliberately it do for let people come on more, let them cause more havoc. Let them stop the removal. Now, you and Eskroma, na day you day. Why your excellency, sir? If you peace na in we want na this country, we don't want politics of disruption. Because if we not disrupt this country, we not two they go against each other. One they try for gain, usai e go point in hand say, una see what in them do where election come, e point people and die na makeni, people and die yanda. Na then kind thing and they una the way. That means then tiya na to una young advantage it go and enough for be so. And we know say the more than tiya they happen, now the more mother bio they look bad. The more it happen, now the more mother bio they look bad. But we no want let another person sit down and gladly because Sierra Leoneans and they suffer, or not condemn or stop the people the way they do them. By Kroma, the people that elect you. Nothing as they elect you. People and they plenty will elect you. My God, if you come out just now, you talk to the youth them. You not address anybody else but the youth them. You tell them, say, listen, this person not on behalf of me party they talk. The party where me they lead, we don't know what's in a violence. The party where me they lead, we want let every Sierra Leonean live to the end of a natural life where God don't get away, be say not to bullet kill him, not to tear gas, not to anything kill him. Now either is sick or God in your will. Now it happen. So therefore, anybody where they preach violence in the name of APC, not to we party they, and not belong now we party, and not go ever be a member of we party. I swear to God, if them people here talk that one day, you better believe it. You go see youths them and not care, waiting them vagabonds they are, say on social media, and not go hold water, but cool lives of we picking them go same. Likewise, na the Arata side, we then call Arata, we say then they terrorize people. If Mother Bio come out, or the leader of the party come out, because you know one get on that platform there, but the leader of the party come out, you talk to people like, say people like Arata, and this last boy we talk, they always forget his name, Julius, which I not sabi his name. We talk, you condemn him, although SLP people a press release where they condemn all violence, but them for call by name. The ones them way go able for influence, let them call their name, they condemn them, they tell them say they're not a member of this party. They don't. They go be so. I'll go on if calls the nodi make give you the last word, Mr. Kutubu Kuruma, or if anything where you want to add now, you add them so that we go close this program.
Thank you. I go back. First of all, I want to say thank you for the invitation for can join you for a lot of discourses here, because it's very important. It strikes at the very heart of the nation. What we need now for us to say it is now 60 years almost since we get independence. We want to ask yourself if we don't make any strides. Obviously, we all will come with the answer and say, now, we don't make more mistakes or misdirection than the things that we will carry the country go before. In other words, things that when they carry the country, they go be more now we don't do than for go before. So the fundamental question we will ask ourselves whether in fact that this that's what we get for continue. If we say no, then we say that contraption when they call Salone now all gets up. And we say well now one court we get. So all our people there are certain things that we get for beginning. Now we begin to frown on them. One, violence. When people they told us so that go do this, we accept how that will aid the progress of the country. If you say no, you got that, you go most you go destroy the CID, you go destroy the CID. That money where they for take for go get something else. Well, now they take for go be the CID back. So you see any again? No, now you don't go. We politicians them we need for let them now know say using them young people they are so they naive people they are so they mindless people them we're not able to see them they figure out things for themselves. They you feel like quick that remote control you begin to turn on channel and say they also are not doing the country any good. Me believe say now two things we get for do. We get for believe say we are a society where governed by the rule of law. We get for put we faith in the rule of law. Then we get for aspire for kind to office by way of elections. And we believe say if we lost elections, not of us saying that hates the hatred. Now sometimes we're not able to convince the voters and the majority of the voters so we get a better program. What do they go do? They go sit down. Then we begin look how we do losses. We begin to make the games. But being out there causing violence, unrest, and unsafe with misconception, they cause and then destroy the country. No, it's not good. It's not good. So we offer condemn. We offer condemn. We need for condemn. We they call on both the President Dio, also let he understand say that the citizens they elected as Salone. Okay, it cannot they they talk to the people there. They meet with the people there. But small thing before our way, sit on a plane, go over. Not to oversee elector, neither to president for Africa, a president for Salone. He is not president for Africa. At the end of the day, when 2023 come, elect outside places all we know go. Then people the way they na Salone, would they na Mateboy, would they na my 47, would they na Rokula. Now that the paper now go determine whether he will sit up in office or not. Now he will determine that. Not to the people not to they go determine.
Mr. Kutubu will get one caller on the line. Mr. Kutubu will get caller on the line. Caller, you're on the air. Waiting at your name and who say you the call from.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Flip. Call from California.
Hello?
Yes.
I will not hear you clearly, sir.
My name is Emmanuel Flay. I call from California.
Yes. Yeah. What do you get for we, Mr. Emmanuel? Welcome to Voice of Salone Television Network.
First of all, I just want to express me thanks and appreciation for one time when I send for address on sensitive issue that affect Salone as a whole. But my own observation for the whole thing with the happen at Salone. We don't want to focus my observation on the politicians. That politicians are incompetent and then are self-centered. So as a result, there's no clear-cut ambition for the country. All we can just focus on how and forget an opportunity for lead the people and enrich themselves with their immediate family, you know. But for being politician and get a national agenda for push Salone go before, they off it. I really Mr. Kutubu, they try for asking a rhetorical question. See, since independence, so see, being Salone keep for post, see, we don't achieve. When we try to compare Salone to other West African countries, years back, Salone be there ahead of them countries like Ghana, Nigeria, and the like. They're all Senegal. They all stay on the path for progress. But Salone, until now, we just keep on pettiness. If my own party is in power, the other man is in power. That's criticism. Something good the opposer, a bad is the opposer. So the point is for make here. If we not try to change the attitude, we try to be positive. We try to be looking positive. See one fix Salone to another level. You know, any other leader we can. And the same thing over for deeper. You know, we try to live above this pettiness. You know, but if we not try to move above this pettiness, because this man a many man. That will come here so for support, and whether they do good or they do bad, and for defender at all case. If that mentality will continue for owners alone, it will take time for change the dynamics of Salone. You know, focus is the attitude. We really need for develop or cultivate a positive attitude, and every politicians. They use the office like an opportunity for enriching themselves. You know, some man they engage themselves on any serious activity. When they watch for join politics, hoping that when they join politics, until they become money man. You know, so now for sure reap the country, and then we begin to work and blow for week. You know, see, I mean, the minister. You know, I mean, the honorable. What are a contribution? You know, what are a contribution towards the development of the country? You know, as alone the health system as you. No government no really try to come up and try to say, you know what, that thing for try to develop the state of the art hospital na Salone. They are you know only serve Salone, but even people other national from the sub-region we for the common they for come for medication. But simple don't say the one with Salone, man. As in Poland and Congo Ghana. And Poland and Ghana, Salone and Congo India. How long we have for the on this? You know, I see the Sako you try for show interest one lead the country sometime. A very good thing. But it really challenging for Salone anyway. I don't know about talk too much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Don't hear what you say. Mr. Kutubu Kuroma, you don't hear what we brother say in concern the tribalism and in that sentence you see the man in frustration in the leadership, lack of competency for govern the country. What do you say to this man here in
opinion? Well, contribution. Not thinking. Well, we don't talk about tribalism and journalism. Neither hold the country, neither the canker worm, necessarily we don't deep into the fabric, of things. Until we understand, say there are two elements in the tribalism or journalism that are real and incurable disease that they. And if we get for move the country from point A to point B, we now get for begin see ourselves in terms of we being Salionians. As opposed to it's not helping. It's really not helping. Because the more they talk about, the more we get polarized. We must see ourselves as Salonians first. And like you be asked, not define things like competence, not define with leadership, and if you competent enough for a position, regardless of which political party they or who's time you're, because at the end of the day, we focus now for move the country now the progressive direction. So now we could give competent people them for let them help with. We know they give them because they come on of tribe or they come on of yes. We know to send our papa with the but at the same time because they can say there are two things them. Election now one. After election, we move to the most important aspect of our governance. And governance, they take into account the human resource system. The one that we gets the know-how, the technical people there, the one that we go. Not to all the poor pass, you for belong to this party, if you know how they call them, we don't know you, even if we don't qualify, you're not competent, we'll do the job. So all of so the caller is right. So me take on that is we now get for really begin look at tribalism and regionalism as real threats to the very citadel of the national well-being. That's what we look at, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kutubu Kuroma. Make I take this opportunity since we not get any caller on the line. For law, we close this. Mr. Kutubu Bidongi in final words. Make me self talk to we VOS family. We use them not to now really talk because all the death here we don't happen. If you start from Lonsar, now we use them. If you go to Mo, now we use them. McKinney, we get the worst. Now we use them. Waiting me the same. So, number one thing, okay. Another caller don't come on the line.
Okay, one more
caller. Welcome, caller. Who say you the call from and waiting on your name?
Oh, my name is John Johnson.
You're on the air.
I call from Australia.
Australia. Welcome to Voice of Salone Television Network, sir. What do you get for we?
Okay, yeah, my contribution. I want to talk about this issue one of they talked about. So actually, it's a very sensitive issue based on this country. I want to address the issue of we former president and his bike Roma. And I want to be very blunt with this, okay? Now, and it's by Roma. Now, somebody will, this country don't give him opportunity for serve for 11 years as president, okay? Now, this man don't finish, and he say, he no go. He don't take the party leadership position, whoever chairman, whatever that is. Okay, so make up be very blunt with this. And it's by Roma, it do this a selfish thing where it do for your own benefit, okay? Now, and it's by Roma, it stick to this position because of the millions and billions we don't thief in this country. So not to say that a very good thing, or that they in the interest of the country, no. You know, even they in the interest of the APC people. Because of these commissions of inquiry and the millions we don't thief, he knows say if he stick to that position there, this government not go able to do anything to him. If they try for do something, the APC people, especially the people who are ignorant, we don't know anything, you know, then go back them up and go start violence in this country. So now self-gratification, self-protection, you know, of in wealth, in riches, where it don't thief. Not in the interest of the country, not in the interest of or the APC party. Not even the grassroots people, where these APC people, they talk, say, they represent the grassroots people. So that position, where, and it's by Kroba, where this government don't give them, the country don't give them this opportunity for serve this country as president, and he don't finish, he still clave on to the chairmanship of this party here. It's very bad, and that's something where well-meaning APC people them for wake up to this. So that, the way how they handle things, now for protect in millions and billions where it don't thief from this country as well. Okay? That's now another thing. Now, this Adebayo. You see, make us start with Dr. Silver Blyden. Dr. Silver Blyden, he don't talk about, now somebody will me don't criticize for so long. Now, he said, okay, they talk about democratic credentials for the country, okay, which is good. And that would they expect as a country where they practice democracy, okay? Now, if would they expect so for they get, make a reduce it. Would they expect so for get competitive politics in our country? Competitive politics, what does that mean? It means that the governance of the country, not to just the ruling party, get that responsibility. The opposition party, then they're equally responsible for the governance of the country, okay? Now, what in the opposition party they don't do since we get these people, not to Adebayo alone, where they incite violence in the country, which they don't do so far? Nothing. We don't hear even the Kanda Yumkela within a parliament, one day, as if not for himself, but as a political party representative, waiting at the action where they don't take against this one person or group of people because of the one person, okay? We don't incite violence in our country. They still say that they do them for the interest of the people, but not only in the interest of the people. These are not selfish games, okay? Now, they want to make violence good in our country so that they go claim political points. Now, that's not the thing we try to do. Now, Silver Blyden, they talk about democratic credentials. When are something this where the opposition party then before they do as a democratic country, a country where they practice multi-party politics. We know they see that from the opposition political party. This kind of Yunkela and NGC, after when they lost the election, they promised they then go provide a formidable, or they go form a formidable opposition to the the APC, sorry, the SLPP government, both in parliament and in government. They said they go present a formidable opposition. Where the formidable opposition where we don't see nothing. So them people here, they all know say Adebayo and in a group, they do them things here for destabilize the peace and stability in our country, but they don't do anything. Okay. The reason being that they want to claim they want to make political points. Okay. Now even the Silver Blyden, it's so late. Why make it come out this time for say for condemn Adebayo? Why make it not be done initially in the first place? So the APC leadership, they're very much involved in this, and they all are culprits then. You see? Now, this is going to happen, and people say that a very good way this for fight the APC government, sorry, the SLPP government, but that's not a very bad way that, okay? It don't make sense. This thing, it really emotional to me, because why somebody like this lunatic, okay, Adebayo would incite violence in our country, and the leadership of the APC party, they not try to disassociate themselves and take a stand and make APC not forget. APC is a very big party in our country. APC is a very, very big party. It gets roots throughout all of the districts, all the provincial areas in the country. Okay? Now, what did the APC don't they do to me, according to my analysis? The APC, just like this asylum, mental health facility, okay? Mental health clinic. And the leadership of the mental health facility or the asylum, they don't turn the keys over to the sick people, the mental health patients. Okay, that's happened within the APC today. Everybody, they use the APC for their own selfish aims. And the people who get brains, the educated ones are within the APC, now then quiet. Okay, then now that's make you see all of these people, these lunatics, cause people that mama then on social media do things that some of them way they speak this functional English. If you then American functional English, you don't learn them. That's for enable you for who walk. Sometimes whether not for go clean toilet or whatever. We get another somebody in America where they go take incidents that will happen. For example, like Cameroon, and they put on the social media. Share. What I see, what that's for.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother from Australia. Points well taken. Well, Mr. Kutubu Kroma, you already this man make one salient point where he say this fight here, the leader of the party, where na Ernest Boy Kroma, now once a president, and we know say the commissions of inquiry they go on, then don't implicate him as one of the people them we get for pay the people of Sierra Leone. Right, we get for pay the people of Sierra Leone. You go answer this question after, but this now one of the people that we get for pay the people of Sierra Leone. This is the reason and no want for let go after anybody like the names that we in don't call they want and in likes we don't gain from this illegally for let then kind problem here happen where then go destabilize government or do havoc so that then go scot-free. So actually the former president, according to this man, now they use these people, and this is why he want that position, because if he did at this position, when government touch him, then the crowd, the party we belong to, go day in for support him. But we get caller after that. You go lament on that. Caller, where are you calling from? And waiting on your name. Welcome to Voice of Salone Television Network. Caller, you're on the air. Waiting on your name and who you call from?
Oh, at least now Mustafa they call from France.
Mustafa from where?
France.
Yes, Mr. Mustafa, welcome. Wait till you get for Wisa.
Yes, sir. Okay, me on in this on a program. One thing una they talk about say people in the same people in a street for demonstrate. For me, I take exception to that because I'm not saying the people all the demonstrations and the government now not they behave responsibly. When demonstration happen, we see all over the world. They get soldier man with them. They no get no answer demonstration unless riots don't go out of control now. Now you see them. But we on now then they send. That then they send them for go kill people and because soldier man are not trained out, they not to them training that day. Then get police inside the police division and get the OSD inside the OSD and get the PSU where then they for curtail crowd. But we on now soldier man and they send deliberately then they send them for go demonstrate for go kill people them. Demonstration no mean say you go for go die. Government was responsible. Would they see in France now? They see other countries them where people and they demonstrate. Then they use gun. You know, it's like bullets there. Then get tear gas. Then get rubber bullets. No more. But we not responsible at all. And don't they blame the people and say now people and they send them. Like any issue, you know, say nobody not send them. We are voice them as the media. But the people and go for go protect the machine. Yes, government get right for take them. But if they say people and don't stand up, responsible government, you go use force panel for go kill people them. Or issues them a lot of things. No, it comes to an by Kuroma. I believe so now for let this thing rest. If it's not to honest by Kuroma, it one left the party, but the people don't want to let go. When I left this party issue, let the people handle them. When I not going to make a like say the people honest Kuroma now impose himself there, not to so it be. When I left them, let them make when the convention don't go this one, they go for go adopt law. And Escoma just want alter something. Now see other people like they are like, no. Let's say no more like where they talk for say, okay, me I want to go retire now. Una see the kind where people like Allah. Always to mean, always in the happen at the country show. Una they blame APC, una they blame. But President Bio not to this be promissory before they come. Let President Bio less back. Say today. Like when the kind of power, when they begin in peaceful talk, the way go England, it talk fine, I appreciate. But it's just not part of the problem because it works the way we don't talk. When they talk, say, now, nyampi them, we go couch war, we go do this. As a president, all this next Salone they show. We not talk the truth. When we don't talk the truth, we they save the nation for we picking them and they picking them tomorrow. What in happen so all now we picking them and then picking them tomorrow and then generation of the damage because we don't suffer. I don't know. We they wait for time the whole they die no more now. But what about beyond the whole they come? We they in between the two tribes them. So they see now they see get Southeastern. You know talk say me na Catalonia self. Me na Northwestern. Me na Southeastern. Shamelessly. Now they proud of. We never say Sierra Leonean. We divide the country and we don't divide past the worst.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you from France, Mustafa. Point well taken. Make we go to another call. We go try as best as we can. And Mr. Kutubu go rub more Panande quick and then we go close. Caller, you're on the air. Welcome to Voice of Salone Television Network. Waiting na you your contribution for we today.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're on the air, sir.
Yes, sir. This is Ronaldo from VOS.
Ronaldo from Maryland.
Yes. Okay.
Go ahead.
First of all, una also now the wrong panel this was for discuss. They can't forget this kind of discussion for us. Una also not gonna right for come with this kind of discussion. Just una also be a panelist for this kind of discussion. You are a candidate. Kutubuna and Escoma APC. You know, we they try for like we do something where we go benefit the Salone people them. Then una they talk the way you they can accuse and Escoma take for pay Salone government. When not court of law, not even tell you say and Escoma for pay Salone people them. You know, so we don't understand say you are a politician now.
when you broadcast, you just for understand, say, you know, not offend other people. You can't for put other people enough for let you go up, right? Because to me, what you do so, you know, it don't make no sense for one or two workers to go up at this panel. You know, I don't know if it doesn't make sense to you or VOS first of all. You know, because you're not candidate first, according to what she to tell you. You know, you don't forget your political party that you want. You can't election and you're a neutral person. Why you not a neutral person? You know, this is
Hello, you there on?
you know.
Go ahead, sir.
Now the one thing to do for people and so, then how go solve the Salone problem now? Well, all I want to solve the problem when they can add more fuel, you know, on top of the fire. See now on for talk, when they talk, and the president in a Salone so, when they talk.
Hello, you still get time. You still get time, Ronaldo.
I don't know if
still get time.
You are the UNICEF. Are the UNICEF for the talk? So somebody they way.
I say you.
Yeah, but the UNICEF what they talk, you know, look fine what they UNICEF, you know.
Well, turn now you either you on TV they on, now that make.
Now driver the guy so safe. I don't need a TV safe now, sir. You know,
well,
you are a presidential candidate for make you they can't snap to Salone people them. They can't tell me say an escoma there for pay Salone people them. But for tell get people I want to neutral people what they do them program here, boo. You know, if they really for fine, let people that were neutral, they run a program that you probably viewers now, sir. You because you for the set up the team now, you know you down from viewers, you set up the team now because you know a presidential candidate in Goya. But why you can't put APC down for let your party go? The way I used to do me, they're always in the pool against APC and Escoma. So,
all right, I think say we don't pass the 3 minutes mark. Mr. Ronaldo, thank you very much for your contribution and your concern is well taken. Thank you very much, sir. And I hope say you go listen to the rest of the audio on your driving, but please be careful, drive safely, and not finally you didn't have the phone or the watch video you drive. Please, we need you for let you day around. Maybe at least hearing from you. Thank you very much. Next caller, who say the call from and waiting on your name?
Concern Leone from Australia.
Hello, Mr. Concern. How are you, sir? Long time. How you do?
Long time. No bad, sir. The time of the programs we don't change.
Yes, sir. Wait till you get for me today, sir.
A very interesting story. One thing way people go and blame an Eskoroma because in life you get for take and honor your words. These are the problem we an Eskoroma they face. Because after the elections, they come to the media, international media, and say, in space of 2 to 3 months, they resign from politics. And if people see that that's not happen, and they still hang on to that position, then if you don't honor your words in life, people don't respect you for that. Because what? Now you own gold. Now it's about based on credibility and moral values. And not be under any pressure for make that statement just after the election. Say in the space of 2 to 3 months, I resign from the party in position as chairman. If people don't see that almost that don't drag to nearly over 2 years and it's still there, people get for wonder why you still did it. And people get for be honest in politics. It's not just for talk because of talk sake. You get for understand the dynamic and the dilemma we APC they in. As a former president, holding the chairmanship from the highest rank and hang on to the most lily position in political party, it don't make sense to me. You don't be a former president. If you don't resign from that way you make, if you don't get the highest respect in the world, Now the problem where APC they face and that imposition where still hang on to, it get in dilemma because when you hold that kind of position, you are still in active politics. You are still in active politics, regardless when you're not a retired, when you term of office under as president. People see you as an active politician. So that is the dilemma. And waiting and Kuruma they face now is anything will go wrong in that country. You need to say anything. Why you need to say anything? It know the implication. It know the implication that when you say some things away, maybe now the right thing is people will say, oh, these are the APC point of view it they bring, not to like a retired former president view it they bring. So at the end of the day, he put himself into a dilemma, and at the problem this is what the country they face today, because he would have resigned, then possibly we don't take the chairmanship. Some of them tell they happen. The person they speak up, and they speak out. But why in they speak out? Because he know the implication that when you make some certain statements, you are still an active politician. You're vulnerable for be arrested or humiliated or do other things or otherwise. So he know that implication very well, and that is the danger where the country they into so today. All this ala, if they could have had an independent, we know to a chairman of a, we know to an by Kuruma, some of them fears to tell them we don't resolve long. If you don't resign, when you make a statement, people negotiate and say, oh, this statement now the point of view of a retired president, not as an active politician. But even if you say now the honest truth about things the way they happen, people will look and say it is seen as a political lens of your own party. So this is the problem, the implication which Sierra Leone they into so today. It's not like to be honest with you, and the more it continue for hang on where other people inside the party don't begin come out and say go. At the end of the day, even if you resign or you come out from the negotiation because of that pressure.
Thank you. Concern, you unfortunately your time limit don't end, but make I just make play with brother Mr. Kutubu Rob Mort. If we get any other call, we go bring and come on here with waiting and waiting don't hear so far. Mr. Kutubu, you don't hear concern say the president not for anger on me don't hear some APC people themselves don't say that one day when an APC supporter they say it not be supposed for go for any other office again. And we know say now in America, not say Sierra Leone not to America, they not they allow them president for they work for anybody else at all. He go give speeches and other things in your private, he get in foundation, but he not go work something here. Because this man says something interesting, and the other man before that, in give reason now say the reason why Alex Kromade angled now for protect in the enforcement of the prosecution way happen commissions of inquiry. Now Ingo don't draw all that negative, whether it is true or not. Now Ingo don't draw that one day. But now waiting you say to waiting with people that say now waiting the so far. Lord, we make them.
Thank you. Now social media review, Mr. Shilom make a very poetic statement. He said the mistake we NPRC or NRC, where they not ban both of them two parties there, both APC and SFPP. See, and up to now they see the mistakes. President Bioka into office amidst high hopes, say he can't clean the Ogarian stable of the decadence and escapism way, don't eat away at the veneer of civility, advancement of God, and take will not see that. All with the state President Bio, every minute he's out of the country. Every minute he's out of the country. Look, even in the midst of Ebola, it's Corona. What is so important now that this president, why is it every now and then you so much late for them on people in your country and nobody elected you for being a leader in Africa. Most of them tell them, and when the man inside the country, he is silent. They say nothing. So that same way they actually define that leadership now they not signing. Frankly enough, it may be forget for great President Bill, and he get a flat out F now will be for leadership. Woefully he don't fail leadership test as Salone. Because we know they say, and when he want to say when he go attempt for act, now from the back he come, things we don't really. For example, even like the fire, some of them people in the fire and bring them back. Why do you fire somebody and bring them back? Why are you in a rush for fire people there when you're not too sure? Don't take the case of Alpha Timbo. Or why was proper investigations not even done properly? and make sure say all the T's and I's we are a color before you go. Because once you will say anything about Shaka series, I never liked him. But once you don't show the exit, you gone. You gone. Now the second
person. But Mr. Kutubu Kroma, I want to not make mistake now. I'm not too sure. I believe saying a suspend them until further investigation. I don't feel say if fire Timbo. I feel say he suspend them until the investigation, based on the investigation, they go bring a coming. Now we go say, yeah, I believe saying that he do. I believe saying that he do. Okay. So now anybody will be able to argue whether somebody don't get blemish for bring and come in. In my opinion, I will not. If you don't get blemish, we have 50 bags of rice, 50,000 bags of rice. They're not able to see them. Whether they see one bonga where somebody kill thief, but they're not able to see 50,000 bags. They don't know who side go, and don't know who that take them. Once they're not able to know who that take them, they don't know who side go. In my opinion, everybody that was attached to that should be fired immediately. That if you want to let the country go before, that's my opinion.
Oh, thanks. Well, so much again, I can say the president actually, I not see in interact with the citizens. I know they feel this year, but we know this year. For example, one way they interact with the citizens, you the whole press conference. The way don't commodate trips away, you get at the you don't necessarily get for go down or want to hold a town hall meeting, or one time you visit one part of the country, you make at least you get an agenda day every month. If there are one or two places you go visit, let the people and they see you. Not they like where they say, so the president can act today, they rub skin with each other. But when you are in the country, you are isolated, nobody they see you, you are not out there, anything. So, like you being said, define your leadership. President Bio has to demonstrate leadership. He really has to demonstrate leadership. And me, for being honest with you, I don't see the leadership it. Especially a leadership where they call it, they exist in the cocoon. Now, leadership where they exist in darkness, leadership where they exist in silence. No, it doesn't. We get too many things hanging in the country. We need a presidential voice. Too many things are hanging in there. Where is country going to waiting at the president how the approach here, but not this year. So I think the president therefore to have now change the trajectory of governance, therefore to have for change his style. This style here, I must tell you, it totally not good for him. It will make people get a very bad impression about him. And if you not be careful, it will work against them. If you not change this they call them, stay in the country for a while, learn for the talk to the people there, start for the visit, make a point of duty. Just today, grab you go na Cambia, tomorrow you go na Pepelianda, 3 years meet the people there, so we get the president. But they talk out there, but not get where the president, the president not come out. Where the president not there. So, in any case, I thank you very much for the discussion today. We get a little color they put into here. Of course, we get for the attacks them. But a lot of young can say they're part of free speech, they're part of the democratic process. Some people they out of anger, but that's why this is all part of the democratic process. Not just take a strike, not even address them. So thank you very much, sir, for the invitation. Back to you.
Thank you, my able honorary professor, Dr. Kutubu Kroma, where you don't care again and bless me with your wisdom, and I'm sure plenty people and don't learn from you. And again, to all we viewers them, we call us them, ladies and gentlemen. I think we focus, let it be for bring the truth, law we come out on this parties in politics, now indoor Hamburg we country, when we are lying to one party so much that we the blind foresee the truth and it work against we, and law we understand say, we na individuals, only one person. If you say you they go out, you castigate everybody else will not subscribe to your opinion, as opposed to you get open mind and listen and judge from waiting you the hear from your opponent. Let you know waiting in the talk, try for see waiting they inside they let you pick. Or like we making say, if the person they say nonsense, take the none out and then pick out the sense you put them in your pocket or your mind, so that you go use them for the betterment of mankind. But if we say we selfish ideologies, everybody else for agree with we're making a big mistake. That now at the detriment of many people them, because you go attack somebody where you they bring them where they bring come good for the rest of the public. But because of you, maybe it could commodity. I don't see people that don't come on a forum because they say people and they cost them. Then they cost them money because some people that can go to the worst, then begin to pull any kind thing archive where they get about people, whether the person naked, or some people and they make cartoon just because they not agree with somebody, the person belong to the other political party. Most the people the way they do that, I want to know say when they do service to the nation. They want them where they clap for them with brothers they are, or them with fellow Sierra Leoneans they are, where they incite violence now with country. They use social media because now free for them. Then they decide and they today they're able for pay for social media. Believe me, when I know they do good for Sierra Leone, I will tell when I say, whether we accept it or not, call me what you may. You are now an accessory. When they say somebody now an accessory to trouble or an accessory to murder, it no mean say na in take the gun and go shoot. It no mean say na in stab the person. Yes, the particular principal person they will do am, but now you aid that person. Now that make them get a law aiding and abetting somebody. You know they day, but you aid the person, you abet people, you embolden the person, you help the person. Now a crime. So if that is a crime, then you self don't participate in killing our brothers, our children in McKinney. Now we left for point finger at the top. That is true. The buck stops here, like where George W.H. Bush talker say the buck stops here. Now the same thing, like where Strasser said they say now irresponsible for the killing of the people where them be executed. They say not to anybody else during the 2018 elections where the interview. It's the same thing. The buck stops on you as a Sierra Leonean. When you see somebody who is bad for your country, somebody where they spew hate, they put venomous things there out, where go make somebody emboldened for do something, you they clap for that person, you they defend that person, you better believe it. You self now an accessory, you they aid and abet that person. Low we come on from that mentality they because most of we sit on America now, would they go already with toilet self in our bedroom. We toilet in our bedroom. Where the other person where they are in a bush, they go for good toilet. Anything we want. You want warm rest. You know they come on and do for go put her under 4 stone them. You begin the light fire. You go grab in the morning. Go grab during the day. Go grab evening time. You make coffee. You do all things. Then people in there and not get that. But you grab again. Instead of you protect their life, you go against the person where they now you party. Because if they do wrong, if they point people wrong, you say you not go do that one day. You are not believe say you not a good Sierra Leonean for we country. That now everybody across the aisle, we owe the responsibility to we country, follow we allow development, follow we allow an environment where every Sierra Leonean go able for a coexist peacefully, no matter whose tribe or whose region they come on. We need a Sierra Leone where woman they come on a net, grown woman. And not get for call him brother for let go left and let go na store because if afraid let somebody not rape on the road. We don't need that Sierra Leone. We need let everybody get freedom of movement. We need let them respect the rule of law. But most importantly, we need leadership, but we need competent leadership. So far, believe me, in terms of the chaos in the country, we not get them in. This again, una all I say welcome to the one they always call. Una thank you very much, and the one that will listen, una thank you very, very much. Until next time, we go see una again on VOS program. Thank you very much. God bless you now all.